In this video, I'm going to teach you how to use the index to match function to retrieve data from your data set while answering these three questions. The first question we're going to be answering using this employee data set is how to find the salary of an employee using his employee ID. And we are going to be using the index match function. So the first thing I want to do is put in my equals to, and I search index. Once that is done, I double click on index, and the first thing I'm going to be seeing there is the array. Now, what is array? First of all, what is index used for? Index is used for retrieving data from a column based on the position. So index array, that array now is simply the column where you want to retrieve the data from. Now, we want to find the salary of an employee using his employee ID. So the column where we want to retrieve the salary from is what? The salary column. So our array now becomes the salary column. Why? Because it's the column where we want to retrieve the data from. It's the column where we want to retrieve the salary using the employee ID. So all I have to do is go to my salary column and I highlight the whole thing. Once that is done, I put in my comma and I call up my match function. What is the match function used for? Now, the match function is used for searching. Is the function that does the searching. When we put in our match function, the first thing we see there is the lookup value. Now, what is the lookup value? The lookup value is the specific value you're searching for in your data set. Now, we want to find the salary of an employee using his employee ID. So your lookup value now becomes your employee ID. Why? Because it's the specific value that you are searching for in your data set. So I go over to my employee ID column and I pick any employee ID of my choice. You do not have to automatically click on a particular employee ID or on a particular cell. If you know what you're looking for, you can manually type it in at this point. So once that is done, I put in my comma, and the next thing I'm poised with is the lookup array. Now, the lookup array is very easy. This is the column where the lookup value is located. So where did I pick my lookup value from? From the employee ID column. So the employee ID column automatically becomes my lookup array. So I go over there and I highlight the whole thing. And then I put a comma. And then the match type, I select exact match. And I close my formula with two brackets, one for the match function and one for the index function. And then I press my enter key. I can come over here and put my comma to show it. So this is the salary for the employee ID that we chose, which is A16. So that is that. Now to answer the second question says how to find the department of an employee using his employee name. We do the exact same thing we did for the first question, still using index match. As usual, I put in my equals to, I type in my index. The array, we said that the array is simply the column where you want to retrieve the data from. Now, we have to find the department using the employee name. So obviously, the array becomes the column of the department. I head over to my department and I highlight the whole column. I put in my comma and I call up my match function. And we say the purpose of the match function is for searching. So when I call up my match function, the lookup value pops up. Since we are trying to find the department of an employee using his employee name, we at this point is where you now type in the employee name or you click on it in your data set. So using Marissa Johnson, for example, we tap on Marissa Johnson and we put our comma. The lookup array is the column where the lookup value is located, which is the employee name. So I tap on it, I tap on comma, I choose exact match, and I close with a bracket twice. And that is it. Marissa Johnson is in the marketing department. So we answered the last question. The last question is how to find the joining date of an employee using his employee name. Now, if you're watching this video, you want to pause and try it out, whether you can actually use index to match function now. So without wasting time, I'm going to be doing this right away. As usual, we call up our index function by double clicking on it. And the array, we say that the array is simply the column where you want to retrieve the data from. That thing that you're finding, that thing that you're looking for, which column is it? In this situation, it is the joining date column. So I go over there and I highlight the entire column and I put my comma. I call up my match function And then my lookup value. What is my lookup value in this case? The specific value I'm searching for. Which employee do I want to know the date he joined the company? I go over to my employee name column and I pick anybody of my choice, or I manually input the person name. In this case, let's go with Danny Case. I put in my comma, and my lookup array is the column where the lookup value is located. And I go over there and I highlight the entire column. I put my comma and then exact match, end the formula with double column, and I press enter. Now, why is it like this? Because this particular column is formatted to be the number. You simply head over to your home. Under number, you go here to format it, and you go over to date, and there you have it. That is the date when Danny Case joined this company. So that is that for using the index match function. So if you found this video helpful, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And check out my other videos for more Excel tips, tutorials, and tricks. Thank you very much for watching this video.